Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, Harrison Butker is set to get a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Had a chance to meet him while he was still at Clemson at a summer camp partner. And this is one of the best kids you're going to meet out there. And he doesn't say a whole lot, but it's fun to watch how people respond to him. When he was a camp counselor, the kids just flocked around him like the Pied Piper, just as his teammates did while he was at Clemson. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Lindsey here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. One of the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets us inside the 35-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
At the 26-yard line.
Again, Herbert. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. That's caught by his running back Raheem Mostert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 26 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the 1st drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and and forcing a third down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, Jackson. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Melvin Gordon.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Herbert. Being chased out, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big...
Herbert has it knocked free.
Deshaun Watson sack.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. And then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And this is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws out.
And picked up by the Chargers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race. Plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
And 7 yards to go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Brought in left side by Snead.
Complete to
only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
On the play. Brings up third down.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now hang tight here. Following the play, still down on the ground, is A.J. Brown. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. There he goes again. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there by Gordon. 41 yards on the ground. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be... careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
And out now come the Vikings. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings
operating from the gun. Watson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the gun, Watson. He's going to look for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. You got to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the pickup. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Herbert throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
It's 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. Completes it to Samuel. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Herbert back to the air. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Here's Jackson. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
48
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will get Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Butker now to add the extra point.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Vikings on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken at about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
And now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 58 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry. He just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
24-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Watson, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What's up, man? Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
They're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, it might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Onyemata in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Sets up the screen to Gordon. end zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Herbert now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and success.
Has him knocked free, and the Vikings pick up the football. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
No problem there on the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
The turnover differential.
without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by Jackson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy. Some of the most unselfish players on
Opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Raheem Mostert, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Ed Oliver in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their time. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
At their own 42-yard line.
The
attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. That's caught by Waller out left side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 20. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before the break. Watson. He uncorks it for Snead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Vikings 7.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. David Onyemata in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Raheem Mostert.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Full right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And on that last play there, he's pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. David Onyemata and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call, but how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
This pass into the arms of Snead. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Watson's pass.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Herbert off of play action. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jerry Hughes bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got his target, Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, and that also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. On the counter, here's Gordon. A nice move in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired. And
that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 25-yard. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
He was tackled at the...
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
37-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and...
Another run by Lindsay, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
First down.
7 yards there and a first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Chargers' 23-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Watson brought in left side by Snead. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now Gallman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
On the play. Second and 10.
They'll run again here with Gallman. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive at 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Back to back. Good plays have them on the move on first down. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got it open, and he completes it to Callaway. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is DiNucci. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This is Johnson. He's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On first down, it's Patterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. The throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. DiNucci. James has it. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's DiNucci to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Jesse James there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's complete to Goldman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game. How they managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Taken down at the 41. That's a gain of 3. Now,
an extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McDonald. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
again, the ball.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that... Sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dobbs. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
4-yard line.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Dobbs looking for his running back. He's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
The Vikings 1st down.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Gallman will run it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
3-yard pickup brings up
on 2nd and 12. Dobbs. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a screen.
Now this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
touchdown, Minnesota.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
36-yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And Brandon, this is what it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down now. It's McDonald. And he'll be taken down here. And that is how this one is going to come to an end.
final score. Chargers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our